Is there a day where you wake up and you just know you're going to take a nap that day? That's how I feel today. All right, let's intro, baby.
I'm surprised you don't have it memorized yet.
I
like it
do.
Just lives in your brain.
I said it to someone the other day, and they're like, wow. And I was like, yeah, that's the intro to the podcast. But I really want to get it right on the podcast, so I always read it. Hello, friends and fiends. Welcome to Bugs Need Heroes, a podcast where an artist and an entomologist team up to illustrate the inspiring abilities of insects by creating bug-themed superheroes. I'm Amanda.
I'm Kelly.
Producer Derek is also here. Before we get started creating this bug-inspired hero, what's bugging you, Kelly?
I don't know. Visited my parents yesterday, my brother, which was nice, and had a little cookout kind of thing. I brought a bunch of steak. It was tasty.
Steak.
Yeah, we had some corn. You know, the usual.
Sounds like a good summer fry-up.
Yeah. Oh, and I will be. The FlameCon in New York City is a big LGBTQA plus comic kind of convention,
Yeah.
and I will be giving a talk there.
How exciting!
Yeah, about the queerness in biology. So it should be
fun. My gosh, that sounds deeply interesting.
Yeah,
I'm very interested in this. You'll have to send us the quick notes of it.
Yeah, I will. I'll send you guys the finished presentation if you want to take a look. It'll be, I think, some interesting sort of queer animal stories and how that works in nature and just how natural all this stuff really is.
So if any fans, it to my phone and send it to people. Say, look, Dr. Kelly says.
Almost Dr. Kelly.
Almost Dr. Kelly.
But yeah, if anyone listening to the show happens to be there, come say hi. I would love to high five you if that's what you're looking for. But it'll be fun.
A firm but hearty handshake.
Dr. Ped is supposed to be there with me as well.
I was gonna say, are you flying solo for that, or you got friend of the podcast, Dr. Ped?
So it'll be a good time. Yeah. What's bugging you? Anything?
Oh, it's just been hot for Oregon, and I don't like it. We've been playing in the water a lot. We've been doing a lot of pool time. We got out those water balloons that you put them on the hose and they all fill up.
Oh, I love that when I was a kid. Yeah.
We've been doing those because I'm not individually filling up water balloons like some kind of schlub. But the kids go through them so fast. They're just like, this is so fun. And I'm like, guys, please. Let's not go through this pack of 100 water balloons in 3 minutes, please. But other than that, it's been fine. It's been a good summer.
What is hot for Oregon temperature?
Hot for Oregon is anything over 85. It's been hot here. It's been consistently in the 90s. We've had a couple over 100 days, which I know that like so much of the world is laughing at me when I say that's hot. I understand that. Yeah. But I said for Oregon.
yeah. That's why I asked for Oregon. 85 is about 30 degrees Celsius for our non-American audience. 85, I don't like it. It's too hot.
Yeah,
it's been like 90 plus here, and I can't stand it.
Yeah, it's been consistently in the 90s, and it's just hard because like the kids go stir crazy because I'll let them out in the morning. I saw that. It sounds like I'm letting them out like a pack of dogs into the backyard, just like go do your potties, babies. But I won't let them out after like 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock because it's in the 90s, and I'm not putting my babies out in an oven.
It's too hot. Yeah, it's probably unsafe for them, right?
Generally, because a 2-year-old can't tell you like I have a headache because I'm dehydrated, mother.
Yeah,
so I'm like constantly
because I'm dehydrated.
Yeah. Right, I've got heat stroke, mother. So I'm like constantly pushing fluids on them, and then they're like, I don't want to drink this, and then I'm like, but what about your hydration? It's so hot, babies. So I just keep them inside and solve that problem myself.
Little indoor babies for now.
I'm afraid so.
Well, hopefully we'll be September's only a month away, and hopefully things will start cooling off.
Do you remember when it started cooling off in September?
Yeah.
I don't.
When I a little tiny aside, when I was a waitress through after high school,
Kelly lore drop.
Yeah. So I waitressed all through my undergrad, and at one was at a place in Forked River called the Captain's Inn. It's a pretty iconic spot in that tiny part of New Jersey. And there was a guy who would come and do live music. His name was Benny, and he would always sing that song.
Oh, really?
Like every day it was that.
It's a great song. It's a bop.
It was
No
fun.
complaints from me.
But I'll never forget Benny just jamming out to that song kind of every day.
I can't hear that song and not hear like a little bit of like Daft Punk, proto Daft Punk. You know, like you just add like a different beat to it and it's just a Daft Punk song.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I never thought about that before, but I think you're right.
It's all I hear. Well, so today's bug, we're trying to get in for Moth Week here. Because moths are important and moths are great, and it's Moth Week this last week of July, I believe. So have you ever done anything for Moth Week?
I haven't. I know you can, so you can set up sheets with lights behind them in the evening, and then the moths will come to your house, and you can identify them, show the children, show your spouse, show yourself. It's great.
Anybody who's interested in seeing a moth. So it's
Point them out to
basically
strangers as they walk down the street like a maniac.
Look at this moth, pocket moth. No, it's meant to be like a survey, like a, hey, everybody get involved and see how many moths are out there. My dad just drove to Utah and he happily reported that there were more bugs on his windshield than he's seen in a while.
That's how my father-in-law judges how the bugs are doing.
You guys, I killed a lot of bugs. They're doing fine. They were doing fine until I drove through them.
Yeah.
So hopefully, because I know that it's in the news a lot. Like we talk a lot about like, hey, the bugs, the bee populations are not all right. So Moth Week is one of those things where we're trying to help out the moth. What's the moth up to? Where's he been?
Well, what's nice about Moth Week, it is a citizen science event, so you can record this. It happens all over the world, and it is the last week in July, and so you can help scientists by, taking this data and sharing it. I think there's a website.
Yeah, which I'm sure we'll share in the.
And we'll put it's nationalmothweek.org, and we'll put it in the show notes for everyone to check out, because you should go out and do that in the evening with your kids and your friends.
There's only so many chances to participate in a real world game event, like with your actual life.
It's like Pokemon
science event. You guys, it's a citizen science event. Like get your X button ready to mash, because we're ready to have
photos.
A quick time event happening in real time. So we are doing.
You can also send me photos. I'll love to see them.
Please get on that Reddit and send us your moths. But this week we are doing a moth that I recently came into contact with very, very briefly. Our lives touched and then passed very
two
very
ships
briefly.
in the night.
Yes, exactly so. We are doing the hornworm, who I believe we've talked about before a little bit, because the main thing I know about them is that they're huge and that they have a little fake horn on their tuchus there. And so we saw them because Uncle Derek, which he's not producer Derek when he's interacting with the nieces and nephews. He's Uncle Derek, and he brought couple hornworms home in the hopes of getting visiting cousins interested in worms. I think it mostly worked. They were interested, but
did they hold them?
I don't think so, because the goo that's on the box that they sell. So Uncle Derek rescued some feeder worms.
And we want to clarify that they're caterpillars. We call them worms.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I should qualify that they are caterpillars. They should be called horned caterpillars, but they call them hornworms. Like specifically, these were like the tomato kind.
Oh, okay.
And but the goo that they give you with the little guy is like stinky, like big stink. So cousins were not interested in holding them because they were smelly big worm guys. No thanks. But we put one on a plant and he started to pupate and he didn't make it through the
No.
pupation process, which I guess is more common than
It
I
happens.
knew.
Yeah.
He
It
just
happens.
didn't.
Can
I
you
think probably he wasn't probably very healthy because they they weren't caring for him. He was just gonna get eaten by a Gia monster or whatever.
describe what they looked like or felt like? Did you touch
So
them?
he was probably about 2 inches long, but like thick. He was dummy thick.
Like thicker
This
than your thumb, kind of, right?
I'd say he was about the
Oh,
size of my pinky.
it
Like just like
was a big boy.
overall.
Okay,
He
yeah.
was about as thick around and as long as my pinky, a little bit longer. And I've got fat little toddler hands. So they're not very big, but they are little toddler hands.
Little toddler hands.
They're just like kind of statistically small and pudgy little hands. You think that would deter me in life, but it doesn't. And so he was green, but like a beautiful seafoamy green with
Hmm.
little white stripes on him. And like I said, he crawled up that. We had a potato plant instead of a tomato plant, and we said tomato potato, and hopefully he's fine. He wasn't. So and then he crawled up about halfway up and found a branch he wanted to pupate on, and started trying to pupate, and then didn't make it through that. But
Yeah.
I guess the ones Uncle Derek took home with him.
Well, if he was stripy, the stripy ones are the tobacco hornworms. The tomato
Oh
hornworms have little spots on them on the
no,
side.
this guy was stripy, like
Stripy.
diagonal stripes.
Yeah, yeah. But they eat
Mm.
the same things. It's fine.
Okay. Well, I'm
Yeah.
glad at least it wasn't us. And he climbed up to that branch and didn't move like pretty much on day one. He wiggled around a bit on day one, but by day two he was like firmly like this is my spot. And then his booty buns started to change, and then he didn't. He
He never
didn't.
moved again.
He never moved again.
What a
And
neat
we
process, though, to see them pupate. That's pretty cool.
yes, and luckily cousins left town before it was really determined that he had not successfully moved on to the next stage of pupation. They're like, look, he's pupating. And I was like, I'm pretty sure he's desiccating, but it's fine. Go be free.
They don't listen to the podcast. It's okay.
They don't know. They don't know.
They're little.
The one that does listen to the podcast is old enough to know the realities of life now. So
Well, that's exciting that you had one of our heroes right there in your yard.
I've had a couple. I mean, remember we had carpet beetles show
Oh, yeah.
up like as a surprise guest
While we were recording.
Love that for him. And then
Ladybug, of course.
Ladybugs, and I'm trying to think of other ones I've interacted with. Wolf spiders. I've interacted with wolf spiders. That's true.
And Daddy Longlegs.
Oh, and Daddy Longlegs. I've never had one on me that I remember. So, but I was
Cinnabar moth.
Oh my gosh, there's so much tansy on my street, and I keep checking it every time we go for a walk, and I have yet to find a guy. I'm so sad.
Aww. I love that you check, though. I love that it's become part of your world now, is to kind of see these bug-related things and look for them.
There's this one patch on a pretty major road in our neighborhood that I really want to get out of the car and go check, because it's a big patch. But I'm like, I can't get out of the car on this major road to check tansy. That's crazy talk. I do have a significant bushel in my backyard of tansy that I keep checking as well. But it's so healthy that there's no bugs on it. You know what I mean? Like, it would be sicklier if someone was munching on it. I'm like, this is too fulsome. There's no one here. Nobody's here sucking its juices.
Well, our bug for today, we do commonly find them in, at least the hornworms we generally talk about are the tobacco and the tomato hornworm, both pretty common in North America. And although the tobacco hornworm is more commonly found in the South, whereas the tomato hornworm is more commonly found in the North, although they do overlap quite a bit. And you'll remember, so the family of this is called Sphingidae, and generally we call them either, the adults are called sphinx moths or hawk moths.
Right. And we did a whole hawk moth episode. She was connected to the B team. because she's nefarious.
Yeah, that was Death's Head HAWKMOTH.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. All that honey thievery from
Yes.
beehives. But there are about 1,400 species of HAWKMOTH, so we were bound to bump into some
Yeah.
occasionally.
You're bound to have some overlap there. And we recently did a moth for Mothers Day. We're mothed up over
We
here.
are mothed up over here.
That doesn't surprise me though. I mean, when you consider how many moths there are in this world, and that like moths and butterflies aren't all that different, really, in the end. But we're clearly showing a moth bias on this podcast.
I think we are. I think we're gonna have to remedy that.
We are. We're gonna have to do a butterfly episode just to
to balance the scales.
to balance the scales. For every moth, there is a butterfly.
Balance the wing scales.
Mm-hmm.
You
You got him. Got him.
Here's your dad joke for the day.
What a niche. Like if your dad's really into bugs, here's a dad joke for him.
Yeah. But we have so I'm going to generally refer to them as HAWKMOTH because it's easier for me to say than Sphinx moth.
That's fair.
How it's going to go today. And most of their caterpillars are referred to as hornworms. I don't think all of them are, but it's most. And they're exactly what you're picturing, what Amanda described, a juicy little thickum with a little very soft horn, and a horn air quotes on there, on the back.
Yeah, they're about the size of like if you ever had a toddler crayon where it's like big so that the toddler can hold it. Like that's the size of these guys. And when you think of a caterpillar,
I think toddler crayon.
Yeah, trust if you know what I'm talking about, you're like, no, yeah, it's accurate. The thing is, you think of a caterpillar and you think like grubbin sized. At least I do, like little guy. And these guys are big. It's a big caterpillar.
They're, to me, a little unpleasant to touch.
Really? What do they feel like?
They're too soft.
Spongy.
Yeah. And they're so big, like you kind of want to run your finger over it because they're interesting to see, but I don't know, it's almost like you're touching someone's finger that doesn't have a bone in it.
Yeah.
It's a weird feeling.
It's like a hot dog that didn't have enough enough meat in it to like get through the hot dog machine, so it's just kind of like
a little squishy.
I've
made sausage before, and that does kind of feel,
well, like it doesn't keep the casing tight. It just collapses. Yeah.
Sorry for everyone with like particular aversions who have to hear this.
So sorry,
but it's true.
Yeah, they feel collapsible. You know, like you could really
full of goo.
Yeah,
there's a lot of goo in there,
which I'm sure makes them very delicious to people who eat hornworms. People to animals that eat hornworms, which makes sense of why they're a feeder bug that you can find at your local store.
Yeah, you can buy them to feed usually for reptiles. They're like reptile feed.
Nougaty on the inside.
Yeah, they just look like the foodest of caterpillars. Like if it's gonna be food, it's that guy.
It's got strong there's this one, I think I've mentioned it before, point in Lion King where they turn over the log and there's like all the different bugs underneath because the meerkat and the warthog are going to eat the bugs. This guy could be one of those bugs. He looks juicy.
Producer Derek is saying they seem like they need condiments.
Yeah.
That's how big they are. Yeah,
like you could squirt a mustard,
little mustard on there.
It wouldn't go awry. I wonder.
I would not eat them. Some of them do take in toxins from like tobacco plants or tomatoes, and
that's the thing the bugs do best is absorb other people's toxins.
Well, when you're that tasty looking, you need some kind of defense, right?
I don't blame them at all.
They're usually like green. Generally, they're greenish in color, maybe a little bit green to tan. When they pupate, they're dark brown, which you saw your little guy had begun.
Yeah, the
process. Yeah.
But Uncle Derek took some home and they buried themselves instead of going up the little branch. And I wonder if that has something to do with his failure because he was not where he meant to be.
No, some species will bury. So it's,
okay.
It just depends. Aw, those I hope they hatch. I hope they
Yeah,
emerge.
they
I think this is a better word for it, but yeah. Uh, but so like I said, there's about 1,400 plus species of these dudes squirming around, becoming big moths. Um,
How likely is it that they're in my yard right now?
oh yeah, they're around. They're
Mm.
probably around.
At least one of these dudes, at
One
least
of
one of
these
these
dudes. Plenty of
hornworms.
them live in the Pacific Northwest. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. What I kind of love is so we call them hawk moths, but some of them there's like a couple species called like the hummingbird hawk moth. Have you heard of that guy?
Yes, and I saw one I think not that long ago, but I'm trying to
Oh,
remember where
cool.
I was. But it looks like a hummingbird,
Hmm.
but it's a moth. And that's crazy to me. I find things pretending to be other things, camouflage, to be deeply interesting. Like
Well, they hover, right? They're hovering in front
yes.
of
And
the.
like you think of a moth and he's kind of all over the place, like not an elegant flyer, the moth,
Yeah,
right?
that's why people
He's
are afraid of them. Is the
right.
the
The
frantic,
erratic nature of
frantic,
which
right? Yeah.
they're coming at you, you know? It doesn't seem like he could avoid you because he's so all over the place. But the hummingbird moth, is that
Hummingbird hawk moth.
hummingbird hawk moth,
Yeah.
he can like hover there like a
Hmm.
hummingbird. And like that's crazy. That like I don't know, something about that is extra special
It's
because you don't
really
think of a
cool.
moth.
If Derek, if you're around, I know you're lurking back there. If you can pull up that photo I put of the hummingbird hawk moth, so I can show Amanda in the Discord.
Okay, I am going to drop that in and boom, there you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, look how cute he is too.
Look
What a
at
cutie.
so for the listeners, the end of it. So the wing shape is very bird-like. They've
Mm,
really sort of compacted that forewing to be right in line with but the front wing is right in line with the back wing, to form sort of this triangular bird wing shape. And look at the abdomen. It's got it's got a bunch of tuft of setae or hairs in the shape of a bird tail. Do you see it, Amanda?
I did not clock that at all. But now that you say it, you are 100% why
Right?
that's not feathers. It's little bug hairs. But it looks like feathers. That's wild. I'm not gonna lie to you though. This bug looks like if you told AI to make a bug bird. Like it doesn't seem real. It seems a little bit
Yeah.
uncanny.
Well,
I
look
know
at.
you wouldn't lie to me with AI images though, so
I would not. This is real. And if you look at the eye, there's pigmentation in the compound eye to make it look like an iris. It looks like
yeah.
a bird eye.
Does that serve any purpose
That's
other than
not light.
camouflage?
It's all camouflage. It's all look at me, I'm a real hummingbird.
That's wild.
Isn't that cool?
That's crazy. Like the eye having camouflage. Like sorry, I can't. My eyes are camouflage, and like his. I mean, really, the antenna is what gives him away in the
Yeah. You can't get rid of those.
and what cutely shaped antenna as well. They
Very
are very
cute.
cute.
They're much less fuzzy. Most hawk moths have far less fuzzy antennae than we're used to on other moth species.
Yeah, they usually have that big bushy comb that I think
Yeah.
is so cute. This is wild. The longer I look at it, the less real it seems. Like maybe I'm just AI jaded, but like the more I look at it, the more I feel like
It's
mm-mm.
wild. It's
And
so
like even
cool.
his like little legs are like kind of look like bird legs. I don't know. This is wild to me. Does the
Yeah,
SETI serve any purpose other than it's just camouflage as well?
it's
He just
just
wants to look like a hummingbird.
yeah, he just wants to look like a
Oh my
hummingbird.
gosh. We
That's
should
all.
write a children's book about a bug that wanted to hatch into a bird. And then he hatches into this hummingbird. And we're like, that's as close as you're going to get, buddy. Sorry.
And that it's okay
And
to
then it's
have
fine.
a yeah, it's so incredible. So a few of them do this sort of interesting camouflage deal where they try to look like like something else. Some of them, and we'll get photos up and stuff on the socials for this. I'll make sure that whatever photos I use are copyright good, or if Kevin's got some. So others, instead of looking like a hummingbird, will resemble bees. So check, and there's one called the narrow-banded bee hawk moth. I just put a couple photos in the.
Oh, wow! Look at his like see-through wings.
Yeah.
That's amazing, because like a moth has the scales, like we just talked about the scales, right?
Yeah.
How does he get around having to have scales to have
They're
see-through wings?
still there. They're just see-through.
That's great. Wow, he really looks like a bumblebee. I gotta give it to this guy. He really looks like a bumblebee.
Especially from the top. So you can see
Especially from the
the
top.
banding on the abdomen looks a lot like a bumblebee butt. Like a fuzzy little bumble butt.
Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna lie. This is the cutest moth on the planet. And it's because he's trying to look like a bumblebee. And you know I think bumblebees are cute. So
We love Bumblebee.
Yes. The transparent wings is
killing
so
you.
cool.
Yeah.
That, I mean, if I saw this guy, I would not think he was a moth. I might think he's some other kind of not bumblebee, because doing this podcast, I've come to know the world of pretend to be a bee.
Yeah. Everyone wants to be a bee.
So many people. I keep saying people, like the bugs are people.
The bugs are people.
The bugs are people to me now, which so many bugs do. A lot of bugs are like, I'm a bee. I'm a wasp. Don't mess with me. I'm yellow and black, and you don't want to risk being wrong, you know. But this guy's killing the game. He's the number one pretending to be a bumblebee guy.
He's also adorable.
Also so cute.
Yeah.
He has a really sweet little moth face.
He does. He might. Yeah, looking at a bunch of photos for this episode, I was just like, "Oh my god, they're so cute."
He's like not. He hasn't quite got the shape in profile. He's like teardrop shaped, with like a head and then like a big fulsome chest, and then he tapers down to his little mothy booty. Adorable, adorable.
They look like Pokemon.
Yeah,
they really look like Pokemon.
I mean,
like
this guy's really collecting some Ditto-esque powers at this point, where he's like, I'm a caterpillar. Psych, I was a hummingbird. Psych, I was a bumblebee.
A lot of them are like way boring. Sorry, moths. Boring. Some of them are very boring looking. They're just your classic sort of brown and camouflage. So what's neat is not all hawk moths are nocturnal. So these ones that look more like bees and hummingbirds, you'll see out kind of during the daytime. And then the other more traditionally mothy hawk moths are a little bit, you'll see more in the evening or during sundown, that kind of thing. So they change their what they resemble really makes sense for when they're active.
Well, they got to fully commit to the bit. They're committed to the bit of I'm a hummingbird, so I got to go out during the dusk, during the cooler hours of the day, and pretend to be a bird. And obviously, I don't see bees at night, so I got to see this bee moth during the day.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense for it to be around.
Can you imagine though? You're like, why is this bumblebee out right now?
What's going on here?
It's 11:30. Why are you here?
Bumblebee? Shouldn't you be sleeping?
Go to bed, bumblebee.
In the Hornworm channel, I just tried to move the photo up for you to see, but there's like a tomato. I think I have a tomato hornworm adult in there, and you can see it just looks like classic brown sphinx moths, very camouflagey. The wings look more like a traditional moth. Yeah,
he's just a moth.
He's just a moth. Yeah.
No shade, but he's just a moth.
No, still quite pretty, but not but Pokemon-esque.
More that bark texture I expect of a moth. I'm on a tree, you can't see me, I'm a moth.
Yeah, but still cool. I think it's really fascinating when you get such a large group of animals like this 1,400 plus hawk moth group, and some of them are doing traditional moth stuff, and others have really gone in a completely insane direction, doing other things. And it's just really neat. So another thing I had been thinking about. So these moths usually have very long proboscis, and
Yeah, you can see
yeah,
that definitely on the
on the
hummingbird.
hummingbird.
He's got the long proboscis.
Do you know why that would be?
I assume it would be flower shape. So whatever it is that they want to drink out of has a deep set flowers.
Yes.
But that's all I know about proboscis is like that's why butterflies have, because they're trying to get to the nectar.
Yeah, you gotta get all the way down there.
Gotta get all the way down. So that's my only assumption, is that he needs a long straw.
And that long straw, I mean, some of them have the large. There's one species called the giant sphinx moth, and it has the longest proboscis of any insect, which is about 5 inches.
What?
Yeah. Which is 12 and a half centimeters, but it's so
How long is that compared to his little body?
It's probably twice the length of his body. Yeah.
Can you imagine flying around with this
No, it would be
on your nose?
The body is about 6 inches for that moth, so it's the same length as its body. But still.
Still, you're walking around with, wow. And does he do the curl up thing that butterflies do, where they like make it like a little hose? You know those things your dad has.
Yeah, they gotta curl it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I was thinking about this backwards. So the largest moth is the largest hawk moth or sphinx moth is this 6-incher, but the one with the longest tongue is Wallace's sphinx moth, named after the famous ecologist or biologist Alfred Russell Wallace, of Fighting Darwin fame.
Exactly. Never forget Wallace.
So he has a sphinx moth named after him, and the proboscis is 11 inches long. Yeah.
What are you even saying to me right now?
Yeah, 11 inches.
That's
28 centimeters for everybody else. But yeah. So it's really neat. What happened with this? This is kind of a fun scientist story. So Darwin, it's 1862. You're Charles Darwin. You've seen so many things by now. Nature is crazy. Someone sends him an orchid from Madagascar, and it's got a super long nectar tube. And that nectar tube is it's 30 centimeters. What is that in inches? That would be 11.8 inches long on the nectar tube of this orchid. And Darwin is looking at it. He's totally baffled, and there's a quote, and he goes, "Good heavens, what insect can suck it?" Which Darwin.
I want that on a bumper sticker. Good heavens, what insect can suck it?
So Darwin's thinking, what the heck is this? Who's going to pollinate? Who's going to get the nectar out of this really long tube? And Wallace comes along, doing half the work, as it seems he usually does. Wallace.
Classic Wallace.
And Wallace goes, it's got to be a hawk moth. It's got to be. These guys, other species have long proboscis. I can't think of anything else that's going to do it. And then much later, they figured it out, and Wallace was correct. So they named it after Wallace, and not old Chucky D, which is fun.
Chucky D. Oh, so put dirt on that name, Kelly. How dare you?
I love Darwin, but
But I mean, there's just a couple of dudes in history that get lauded as these like single-minded geniuses, and then like any amount of digging, you're like, oh, he had a whole team of other like-minded geniuses.
I mean, Darwin was incredibly progressive for his time, and
yes,
and
we don't actually want to shade Darwin.
Yeah, he did a whole lot of hard work, but Wallace was kind of coming to the same conclusions around the same time period, and but Darwin kind of beat him to the punch a bit. But Wallace just as talented. But really cool. So Wallace gets this hawk moth named after him, and it's got this wildly long proboscis. And I think maybe Wallace was feeling pretty good about that. Yeah.
I mean, we're a family friendly show, but
yes, but we're eye raising.
Eyebrow
raising
here.
So
good for
pretty
him.
neat. Yeah. There's lots of these moths. The adults have had all these kind of fascinating adaptations to look like other things, to blend into their surrounding, to get the nectar out of some pretty crazy flower tubes. In fact, there are quite a few orchids where their primary pollinator are hawk moths because they're the only ones with the proboscis to kind of get in there. But their caterpillars also have some pretty interesting adaptations. And I will see while I'm talking, I'll try to find that photo. So we've seen caterpillars that pretend to be other things on occasion on the show. I don't remember which ones we've already looked at, but some of the hawk moths can look like snakes.
Derek, you've made a mistake. You've sent me the wrong image. This is clearly a snake.
Yeah. Amazing, right?
I'm trying to figure out how his body goes. Because so for those listening, it's a brown snake with black eyes and a yellow underbelly, except for that it's not. Except for that it's a caterpillar. And are the eyes
It's
like
that should be its abdomen. So the yellow part is the back.
Okay, I see now. So the yellow is the back of the caterpillar, the brown is the belly of the caterpillar. But when he leans back from whatever it is he's
looking pretty snake-like,
stalking on there, he has these like pectoral muscles that are black that he's flexing that look like snake eyes. Wow. And he's got kind of like, the hog-nosed snake where they have like the little turned up nose.
Yeah, the little turned up nose.
His head is kind of serving that purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's wild, right? So many adaptations to look like other things in this taxon, this group. Yeah. Am I just making the best face right now?
Sorry. I'm just like shocked at like, how does he do it? How did it do it? Like.
And it puffs out the abdomen too to give it that shape.
He kind of puffer fishes it out a little bit so that so he's not always in snake mode. He has to activate snake mode.
Activate snake mode.
Choo 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 choo. Transformer. We should have done a Transformer hero for this. My gosh, I was not on the ball.
Yeah, they're incredible, just incredible. Lots of caterpillars do have what we call eye spots, and some butterflies and moths have eye spots, and it's confusing to a predator because they don't really know where your head is. Then they don't know if you're looking at them or not, and
right. That's the point of the eye spot. Yeah. Especially because so many animals like don't want you to see them when they're sneaking up on you. Like that's the whole idea between like in India, there's a whole wear a mask on the back of your head thing, because a tiger is less likely, not 100%, but less likely to sneak up on you if he thinks you're looking at him.
Yeah.
I see those videos on, wherever your vertical videos are found of like people at zoos putting their baby by the tiger cage or this lion cage or the polar bear cage. And then they're like, I think it's so funny that the animal's trying to eat their baby. And every time I'm like, that animal is trying to eat your baby. How are your instincts to protect your baby not being like fully activated right now? Like I'm activated just watching your video and being like, get your baby away from that glass. That's glass.
That's a lot of trust in glass, I guess.
But... You trust in the heck out of that 4-inch plexiglass.
Well,
which I wouldn't. So
it's why white-tailed deer. So when they let you know they've seen you by lifting their tail, so you see that bright white, and then a predator is less likely to attack them because the jig is up. We've seen you. That's why the white tail comes up on a white-tailed deer.
That's like the deer telling. I hadn't thought about that the communication could be to the predator itself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I already know. So
I'm
if you were
aware,
trying to sneak up on me,
I'm faster than you. You should just give up before you've even started.
Find some other sucker, because I am already aware. And like he signals to all of his buddies, and they all put their tails up
they all
too
know.
To say, that's
cool, right?
Yeah.
Nature is awesome. That's just how it is. But I think that's really like kind of the most interesting adaptations for these guys is all that fun stuff. They have like typical moth life cycle, lay some eggs on a plant. They're not really generalists though. They're kind of specific to what plants they like, especially like the tomato and the tobacco hornworms. They hatch within like 3 to 21 days. They eat a bunch, as you're aware of by looking at how chunky they are. They're big eaters.
They're very hungry.
They're
As all
the hungriest
caterpillars are.
caterpillar. Yeah,
This guy really, he's the hungriest caterpillar.
He's a big boy.
He's eaten through so many fruits on so many days of the week.
And then they get big. It takes about 24 days to go from like a little guy to a big guy. And then they pupate over winter and emerge as adults. And then, like I mentioned, they're usually nectar feeders, unless you're the death's head hawk moth and you're a honey thief. Some of them feed on the tears of animals, which happens in butterflies too.
I've heard that with butterflies. They come and drink your tears.
It's called lacrophagy, but it's eye
I'm sorry.
Tears is
it's
funny.
Called what? That is some sort of that's sorcery talk. These butterflies out here. These butterflies be trying to spellcast using my tears. Can you think of a more classic
wizard
potion ingredient than someone's tears? The tears of a unicorn, the tears of like a recently heartbroken girl. Like
the tears of an alligator. Yeah,
the tears of an alligator. Yes, I see that all the time. The little butterflies drinking the crocodile.
Sometimes
tears.
on turtles and things. Sleeping birds, they'll drink the tears of sleeping birds.
That's thievery. Butterflies. A moth is a good, honest moth. A moth is, well, I guess sometimes he's
pretending to be something else. Or a snake.
But he doesn't use that to I guess he does use that to steal from you, because we just discussed HAWKMOTH stealing that. I guess the moth is no better. The moth is no better. Pretends to be a hero, but truly
out there stealing.
The moral gray area of vigilantism continues.
He's an anti-hero.
Yeah.
He's a little anti-hero.
Look, he's got to fund the superheroing somehow, okay? Mm-hmm. Like, he accepts donations directly to his Patreon, but also, if something goes missing from a crime scene, that's not his business.
It just happens. Yeah.
This is like when actors steal props from Hollywood. You have to think the Hollywood...
Like when Ryan Reynolds stole the whole Deadpool outfit.
The entire suit. The thing about it is when they steal props. So first of all, you just got to, as the prop guys, you're making a bunch of extra props because you know they're going to walk away from set. But then also, the studio's like, hey, we were going to auction that off for... $25,000
for charity or whatever. Yeah,
exactly. For step up to kicking cats or whatever the charity is. And now we can't because you have it at your house, Ryan Reynolds. But I guess that's also
they made a bunch of costumes though. It's fine.
Yeah. Also, when you're like the executive producer, which I'm pretty sure Ryan Reynolds was for Deadpool, he was like one of the guys.
I think without not to make this the Deadpool podcast, but without
it's coming out soon though, so it's on our minds.
We're ready, yeah. Without the gravitas of Ryan Reynolds, the Deadpool franchise would not have worked. So let him have the costume.
Ryan had the right instincts on that. He really said, I think I can do Deadpool.
Became Deadpool, basically. I think it never stopped either. His poor wife
shaped his whole oeuvre around, please let me be Deadpool.
Yeah.
Please. And it's kind of funny to watch like the Deadpool, I really, really want to be Ryan Reynolds, I really, really want to be Deadpool, versus the Dwayne The Rock Johnson, I really, really want to be Black Adam. And like that story of like two guys who really want to play one specific character and how it worked out for the two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm excited for Deadpool. I love Hugh Jackman. I love Hugh Jackman, so
I'm excited that he's back. That he's like, because he loves Wolverine.
He does love Wolverine. Yeah,
he's gone through this.
He also loves Ryan Reynolds. Their friendship is
true.
Very funny. It's all over Instagram right now, and I know it's all like marketing, but it's still very funny.
You can't. I don't think you could fake that level
of
chemistry between those two. Just because there's so many candid photos of them, like at stuff
buddies.
Together.
Yeah.
And Ryan Reynolds is one of those celebrities that's like a vexus to like other celebrities, because he like knows, between him and his wife, they really know everybody, it feels like who do you, 6 degrees of Ryan Reynolds is too easy, because if you've met anyone in Hollywood, you can get to Ryan Reynolds, because it
Yeah.
just feels like he's a man about town.
His wife is Kate Hudson?
No, Blake Lively.
Blake Lively, okay. I like to make sure that we don't just refer to them as wives.
Formerly Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson. Now married to, what's his name from SNL?
Colin Jost.
Colin Jost, yeah.
Yeah. But they're both happy, and it sounds like every time
everyone's happy.
So. Sounds like everyone's happy, and I've seen things of them like hugging at events, which could also be fake. But it sounds like they broke up because they couldn't spend any time together, which is like a celebrity story as old as time.
Yeah.
Which,
Everyone
unfortunate. Their babies would have been so beautiful, but I'm sure Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' babies are just as beautiful. I don't want to disparage.
Yeah, everyone's kids are cute. We'll just.
That is not true. That is not true. I am not, as a kid fan, I'm not supposed to admit that some of them are little troll babies, but some of them are.
As a person who is childless by choice, I cannot comment on what other people's children look like. It just makes me sound mean. So I mostly think kids are cute, though. I
mean, the things we do find cute, like there's like a whole science behind it, but like, we want things to look like babies is kind of like the whole idea of it. Like big head, big eyes, cute little nose, cute little mouth, in proportion to its big old eyes. So all the things you find cute are because you think they look like a baby, like subtly in your like lizard brain. That's what you want. That's why we like cats. And as you know, anime girls are cats. So,
well, I think the hornworm baby is kind of cute. We'll give him that.
Yeah. I'll give him that.
So you've been doing your doodles here. What are we looking like for the hero?
So I did him hornworm because I felt like the hornworm was the single factor to all of these other, like, because if we did like a hummingbird hero versus a snake hero versus a what was the other, like those heroes would be so different. So I singled it down to hornworm himself.
Okay.
And then let me send him to you real fast. Copy. Boop, 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 boop.
My husband brought up the other day, again, why do we call this thing a moth when it is mostly this fat caterpillar?
Again, we really are biased towards end of life stage.
I know you and I have talked about that, but he and I had not talked about it. He just brought it up while he was watching me do the notes and stuff. And I said, yeah, I know we've talked about it on the show, and it's just how it is.
It's you spend 90% of your time as one thing, and then people know you for this one thing you do right at the very, very end, like the last 5%.
Yeah.
All right. So I've given him a big bulky body. I was trying to go for like a linebacker sort of physique, where like he's still strong because he's got to climb and stuff, but he can put away some pies.
All right. Oh, he's big.
Yeah, he's a big chunky boy. That was like Derek's one note he sent me earlier in the week. He was like, make sure he's chunky.
He is very chunky.
And then
I like his little horn on his butt.
I didn't show him from behind, so I made sure to do a little one of him where you can see that he does have a butt horn.
But then funny.
My thought was to give him these wings that like close around him. Oh, sorry. That close around him like a pupa. And then when he emerges, he has the new power set of whatever. So he has like a couple different modes where he can like, I'm in hummingbird moth mode.
Oh, cool.
I'm in snake man mode. But I didn't draw all that. You just have to imagine that.
Yeah.
But like the idea being that he can kind of replicate other powers once he goes into and he emerges.
Oh, that's very cool. And for the sake of the listeners, we usually do the heroes. Amanda usually draws the full hero while I'm chatting, but we wanted to make sure it was done quickly so Derek can get all the editing out for Moth Week. So did things a little differently today, which is fine.
So I had him. I had his like base body done beforehand, and then I did the powers as we went along, which is how we got to the wing thing. Also, I don't know if you know this, Kelly.
I love that he can become different heroes. That's so cool.
That's the last thing I added just now, and I was like, "This is cool. This is cool." But in the like 80s, there was this thing for a little while where they had all these bird characters, and they all had this same stupid cape design that I've now put on our buddy here, which was like it would go up and then down, and that was supposed to be like the wings. Let me see if I can find a. Like, look at this guy.
You mean like Angel from the X-Men or Hawkman?
Yeah. Hawkman, yeah, but less Hawkman and more Hawk and Dove, if you know who Hawk and Dove are. Here, I'm about to send one to the Discord right now, and you'll see what nonsense.
Well, while you're doing that,
there you go.
Oh, isn't it art? Okay.
Yeah, they all like several guys had this exact cape design.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that is classic. Absolutely.
That's the kind of the shape I was going for with my buddy Hawkmoth.
That's perfect. The Dark Hawk, I think, was
Dark Hawk. Yeah, I think is who I've popped in there.
So we've got this amazing looking Bigums. Let's go over. So what superpowers we're looking at here? Clearly, size.
Size, heckin' chunky, and with that, an implied strength, because I was so impressed by how he hung to pupate when we had him for those 2 days, that he could hold up his whole little body. I'm like, legs. So I wanted him to be strong, and then I gave him the stripes because I thought the stripes were really striking. And then I tried to give him like this caterpillar-esque like design across his chest of like shoulder to shoulder pad thing, just because like I feel like I wanted to go against the idea that he'd be really soft to touch. I'm not sure why. Just because I was like, but he's got horns. I got to show the horns somehow. And then I tried to do his little head helmet as his little face.
His helmet's great. It's very funny. Yeah.
It's because I thought he had a sweet little face. He had a sweet little hornworm face. And of course the horn on his booty. And then the main thing I think though is the idea that he can change into different things.
Yeah, it's fun. That's very fun. And I should mention that butt horn, we're not really sure what there's like a lot of arguing about what that butt horn is.
Named after this butt horn, and yet its purpose is unknown to us.
So it's soft and fleshy, and it kind of, if you touch it, it's. So I read through this really funny, what I thought was really funny, conversation on ResearchGate. So ResearchGate is a place you can find scientists and their journal articles.
It's not a scandal about research.
No. Yeah, it's not a scandal.
A hyphen gate has just become yeah.
But
the hyphen gate has just become like short term for
it's not that at all. It's a gateway to research, I think, is what they were going for. But I found a whole conversation where someone asked, I think it was like maybe like a grad student or an undergrad, and they're like, "What is up with these butt horns? What do they do?" And then it was a series of arguments going
about what it was for.
And someone was like, "Oh, it's probably for predator avoidance. It looks like a horn. They don't want to touch it." And then some other scientist chimes in and he goes, "I have poked the heck out of that thing and it cannot cut you. It is wobbly." And I love the fact that someone just repeatedly rubbed their finger on that butt horn trying to get cut by it. That's a scientist, my friend.
I got it. For science.
That's like Dr. Schmidt getting stung. This guy is rubbing his hand on a caterpillar butt horn.
And like I could see the argument for, well, the belief is as good as truth, right? Like if you believe I'm going to hurt you if you eat me, then you're not going to try.
Yeah.
But it feels like very easily disproven. And also it's kind of on the wrong end of him for that.
It's weird. Someone else chimed in and thought that maybe it could be exuding pheromones.
Right. That we're not.
It could be like an organ. It might have some kind of organ use. There are lots of ways I think you can test this. One of them would also just be to remove that horn and see
how he does.
If anything happens, yeah.
Versus his horned friends.
Yeah, but it could be part of camouflage because it looks like a little thorn if you're on a stem, maybe, or
You break
some
up
other
the
kind
shape
of
a little bit.
yeah, some other kind of sensory organ. But it was a kind of humorous, long chain of comments of people mostly just going, "We don't know, I'm not sure."
We're
Someone
not
should,
sure.
and then someone should test this, you know.
Right, yeah, a lot of like this is never it's never come up as a priority of figuring out what this
Yeah, not
hornworm's
that
deal is.
interesting. Well, because hornworms we actually use in science as a what we call a model organism. I don't know if you've heard that term before.
I think Dr. Kite dropped it on us when he came,
Oh,
but
probably, yeah.
that
Terrestrial isopods are a model organism.
sounds like something he would say. But for what does it mean? What does it mean?
Yeah, so a model organism is basically a species that is heavily studied because it helps us understand behavior or physiology or other biological processes, and often we can use some of that to understand other species or to help understand ourselves and to build like mice are considered a model organism because we do a lot of medical testing on them.
Yes.
So that we can get like drugs approved for humans and pets. And so these hornworms are in a lot of studies. Some of them are actually, I think, the Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, they started using them instead of mice for cancer research because they're just as good and they're not
it's
a mouse.
It's morally quandersome.
Yeah. They've been used in IBS research, which is always kind of
upsetting these guys' little tummies.
Their little tum-tums.
Poor little guys.
I found one study where they were doing cannabis testing on them too. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. And they're very easy to raise. They're big, so you can you can do like larger work on them, maybe with like higher doses of things.
Yeah. Observable as well.
Yeah, very observable. They have a pretty quick life cycle. I mean, that is another model species that I'm sure you know of is the fruit fly, Drosophila monogaster. So we do lots of studies on those guys.
You can really get through a fruit fly life cycle quickly.
Very fast. I always pronounce this incorrectly, Caenorhabditis elegans, which we just call C. elegans because it's much easier, is a roundworm we do tons of research on all the time. I'm using the general we as scientists, but
yes. You speak for the community at this moment. I gotta say, model organism is a great phrase. Like that could be the title of a sci-fi book or like some sort of self-acceptance journey through science.
Oh,
like,
you are the model organism.
I'm the model organism.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, we're using them now.
Right, and that makes sense of why we feed them to our animals too. If they're quick to grow and they're chunky little boys,
all kinds of great reasons.
Bearded lizard, so that you can eat.
Bearded dragon.
Yeah.
So
I'm not sure there's a difference between a bearded lizard or a bearded dragon, and I am just a crazy person. Anyway.
So we're talking about him as a superhero. He would have a pretty serious enemy. A parasitoid wasp.
Oh no! Not the parasitoid wasp again.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy haunting my nightmares. Am I gonna have to look at? I know exactly what picture Derek's about to put in my Discord.
I'm sure everyone has seen this photo.
He shows it in the talk we do at Comic-Con panels about like the superpowers of animals.
Oh yeah.
It's in the slide somewhere, and every time I'm like, huh? Yeah. It's, for those who don't know, it's our other little buddy, the green caterpillar. He's minding his own business, and there's a bunch of eggs all over him.
All over him. Like little tiny white eggs covering his little fat body.
I don't think it's actually the eggs. I think those are the pupa.
Oh yeah, they might be the pupa.
So he's already being sucked dry by these little guys. The point is, though, he's being consumed from the inside, which, as you know, I hate as a concept. It's so gross. It really triggers like everything I don't like being eaten from the inside, body horror, a little bit of like the tryptophobia, fear of holes is triggered. I'm not sure why.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah, it's a real bad end. So, viewer discretion advised when you go through the pictures for this episode.
It is. Yeah, well, maybe we won't share.
Just because I hate it so much.
It might make people.
Again, if you're into bugs at all, I'm sure you've seen it around.
It's a common thing to have show up in the All Bugs Go to Kevin group.
Yeah, I'm like, what's happening here? What is it? You're like, it's unfortunately body horror. Well, that's a shame. How many of the hornworms are subject to this parasitoid wasp? Is he just a common victim because he's too slow to get away?
Yeah, they can't really do anything about it. So the tomato hornworm, the tobacco hornworm are the ones that I usually see photos for, and what you'll see in Kevin's Facebook group too. But it's pretty yuck.
It's gnarly. It's a heck of a way to go for sure.
Because they start out as little eggies and then they gradually work their way in, and
the Alien movie really captured the horror that must exist.
I love it, and everyone knows I love Alien. So.
The whole Alien franchise. No, thank you. Well, other than being eaten from the inside, how many legs would you give this bug?
Oh,
Kelly?
Boy. Looking at his little bumblebee appearance. So,
yeah.
So
bumblebee
hard.
form, 6 out of 6.
Yeah. I'm going to give him a 5 out of 6 because I take 1 point off for being a common garden pest.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. That's fair.
Even though he's just living his life. How about you? What do you think?
I agree. I think if we're going by our hero, I would give him 6 out of 6. I think it's really cool that he can change like types.
Oh, yeah.
The way that you could be like water form, fire form. He's going like hummingbird form, which doesn't sound intimidating until he pulls out his 11-inch proboscis. But yeah. For him to be one of those guys that comes and eats all your tomatoes, I'm sure there's lots of people that are like, my tomatoes, and they hate it. I'm not one of those people because tomatoes always overtake anywhere that they get planted around here. It's just like, oh, did you planted 3 tomatoes? Did you mean 9 tomatoes? So yeah, take one off for being a little bit of a overstayer of his welcome.
Yeah.
But other than that, cool little guy.
Hooray. Yeah. We're usually in kind of agreement about that. But yeah, so that
I
that's
keep seeing
the hornworm,
snake
folks.
image here, and the snake is so cool.
It is very cool.
Like, wow, he really looks like a snake. I mean, he's not quite long enough. He looks like a decapitated snakehead a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, he's like the top 5 inches of a much bigger snake. But
he's cool.
He's cool. He's really cool.
So, yeah, so guys, gals, friends, fiends, everybody, to participate in Mothweeth. Oh my gosh, Mothweeth.
I don't mean to mock you, Kelly. That was really cute. That was so cute.
Check out the show notes. You can find the website where you can learn how to participate and help be a good citizen scientist.
Yeah. And set up a sheet in your backyard, put a flashlight on it, see who shows up.
Yeah.
Which is how I met my husband, actually.
Yeah. a phone and a light. That's all you really need. It's fine. Yeah.
To report in. And you too can be part of a real life science event.
Yes. And tell us if you participated in it. Send us an email and tell us about your evening. We want to hear about it.
Show us your setup, bruh.
Yeah.
Your moth setup.
Show us some photos. Again, come see me at the New York City FlameCon if you're going to be there. Come check out my
Do you know when that is?
It is August. I believe it is the 14th. How do I not know this?
Yeah, you really gotta lock that in.
I'm not very good at self-promotion. That's the That's the problem. August 17th and 18th, I will be presenting on the 18th at 4 p.m. Queerness in Nature. Come check it out.
That's going to be a fun one. I'm really excited for that. Derek and I will also be at Rose City Comic Con coming in September. So if you're in the Pacific Northwest, you can come see our panel about cats. Not bugs. I know you're shocked. But if you want to talk to us about bugs or anything really, you can always find us on the Reddit, on the Instagram. Come talk to us. We'd love to see you and your moth setup. And anything else, Kelly?
I think that's it.
In that
Enjoy the
case,
moths.
we love you. Bye. Bugs Need Heroes is created by Derek Conrad and Kelly Zimmerman. Hosted by Amanda Niday and Kelly Zimmerman. Bugs Need Heroes is produced and edited by Derek Conrad. Our music is Ladybug Castle by Roll Music. All character art by Amanda Niday. Got a bug question? Email us at bugsneedheroes@gmail.com. Check us out on bugsneedheroes.com for the visual companion to our episodes with the artwork of the bug-related heroes. We also have an Instagram, Twitter, and subreddit under the Bugs Need Heroes name. Thanks for coming by. Producer Derek, and who's here?
Is it Tundi?
Is it Zotzi?
Desi?
No visitors today.
No.
Oh
Kitty.
my gosh. We only got half our producerial crew today. Producer Derek is flying solo. Producer Derek and nobody are also here. Let me one more time.